Do you think landscapers are good at manscaping? Good question. I don't know, but I do know somebody who might know.
Oh,
Her name is
no.
Olivia, and she's on the phone right now for a second date.
What?
And apparently she went out with her landscaper. So
Oh.
we're going to answer that age-old question in a moment, hopefully. What's up? What's up, Olivia?
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh,
I'm
man,
all right. How are you?
Olivia. It set you up to really be the,
I thought she was the manscaper.
what would you call it? The critic of the hedges? I don't know.
Olivia, you hold all the knowledge when it comes to landscapers and manscaping, and we're going to ask you that question in a second. Hopefully you know it. I don't know how your date went, but your email said that you went out with your landscaper?
Yeah, I actually hired this new company to do my landscaping. And when Austin is his name, when he showed up, I was like a little, pleasantly shocked.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a bad romance novel come to life, is what it sounds like.
I know. It's like so cliche. It really is. But he was young and so good looking, like just like muscles and oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you're getting hot right now. How much younger is he?
I would say he's at least 5 years younger than me. We never really talked about his age, but
Okay.
Not crazy younger,
Yeah.
though. It's not like you're 50 and he's like
No.
18.
no. He's definitely a man, like for sure.
Man through and through.
Real
She
man.
could barely say that. Oh,
So-
man.
How did you end up getting a date with him? Did you hit on him while he was working on your house or you hit him up later?
No, I did. I kept staring at him from my window, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like total stalker or something. But he was getting hot, like literally and physically. And I was like, I just invite him in for a drink.
Of course.
It's hot out here. You want some lemonade? You want oh boy, how did my top fall off? That's unfortunate. I got to learn to button buttons better. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it wasn't lemonade. It was Sprite. Totally different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One's carbonated, one's not.
Okay, so anyway, he came in and flirting led to him literally.
Wait, what? Hold up. First day on the job, you hooked up with a landscaper?
I did. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Man,
did.
you've got some.
This is an adult film now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong line of work too. So is this the date then, or did you guys go out?
No, he left, but before he left, he was like, hey, you should come hang out at this bar. You know, I'm going to hang out with my buddies, but you can come by. We'll play pool. I was like, why not? So later that night, I met him at the bar.
Oh,
Okay.
so you guys did have hangout time.
Yes. We played pool. His buddies were there. They were really cool.
How did he introduce you?
He just said, this is Olivia. I mean, there was no pretense or just kind of like, oh, we're hanging out.
I was wondering if he put you in like the client box or if he put you in the friend box.
I think it was like the friend box.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just said Olivia.
Okay. So you hung out with him at the bar, and did you like him as a person too, and not just a piece of landscape meat?
Well, I mean, yeah, he was cool. Like, it was just really casual and fun, like kind of like adventurous. Like, I never do this, but I was like, why not? But then he disappeared. Like, we're having fun, couple drinks in, buddies were really cool, like I said, but I was like, where did he go? Like, where's Austin? And they had like, I don't know. And I didn't want to be like uncool, like I'm the old lady here hanging out. So I just kind of like sat back and thought, okay, he'll come back. Half an hour later, no sign of him. I have no idea where he went.
So he just ditched out. Did you text him?
So I texted him and nothing.
Nothing. You haven't heard anything from him since then?
No.
So wait, why are we calling him though? Because I feel like you should just chalk this up to like, awesome, lived out a fantasy, let's move on with life.
I kind of want to do it. I don't know.
You want more? You want more of Austin? That's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Why not just book a regular like Tuesday for Austin to come by your house and do the art and you?
Oh my God, I totally thought about that. But I'm like, that's just embarrassing. Like,
Kinda past
no,
that
I can't.
point.
Yeah,
no.
that's desperate.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
creepy.
You're like
Right.
paying him now?
Yeah,
for it?
yeah, exactly. Can you just come hang out in my yard so I can stare at you through the window?
Do you have any idea why he would have ditched you?
No, that's I think something's happened and maybe he's embarrassed or I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then get your second date or ditch.
Okay.
Oh my, would you look at that? My shrubbery is getting long. And there are just leaves piled throughout this yard.
Oh,
Why, I wish I could get someone to come over here and blow those leaves out and maybe trim my shrubbery.
Did somebody call a landscaper? Sorry if my leaf blower was a little too loud there, ma'am.
Oh my, well, you did startle me with it. But might you be able to work on my weeds too?
Yes, I can, ma'am. Oops, looks like I trimmed a little too close and I just weed whacked your pants off.
Oh dear, it looks like you did. How are we going to handle this situation?
I got an idea.
I got an idea too.
Is that another weed whacker, or was that them making out at the end?
I think that was them making out. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but that is play-by-play of Olivia's first date. She's on the phone for a second date, and she wants to call a dude named Austin. Austin is a landscaper. He showed up to work on her yard, and she had very lustful eyes
Oh, man.
and invited him in for soda, and then they hooked up. They also made plans to go out later that night to a bar, and she showed up to the bar. He was there with his friends, but at a certain point, he just disappeared, and she hasn't heard a word from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out what happened. You ready to go, Olivia?
I'm ready.
Oh, God.
my.
Yeah, after that reenactment, she's got to be ready. It's like you lived it all over again, didn't
Yeah.
you, Olivia?
Yeah. A little bit.
What's the worst possible scenario right now?
They didn't like me, you know, that he just was like, just changed his mind.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was cool when you guys hooked up, and then he had to hang out with you at the bar, and maybe he just didn't click with you.
Yeah, but that's so low to just leave. I hate that.
All right, well, let's find out. I'm going to call him right now and see if we can get your answer. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay. I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry. But
No,
okay.
it's all good, man. I'm calling you today, though, because we actually got an email into our show about you.
what?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us, and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
okay. Wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
Yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
We heard you are hot.
Yeah.
look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know, because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I
help.
don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on, and we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life.
Okay.
But he bows up on me, and he says, "I know you slept with my wife."
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house, saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened,
Whoa.
and like I was like I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn.
No.
And I.
Wow.
But that's
So
That is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
so. Why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the?
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen. I mean, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room. So she might not have actually seen him.
That would be
Oh, wow.
so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Now, I don't know. Maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and he threatened me. He basically said, you're not seeing her anymore. You're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn. You lost a client, too.
After all that, I don't want to get in any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
Totally.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
That
But
is
she can't
awful,
be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married
Yeah.
if she's willing to do a second date with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We wanna talk to her
unless
now.
she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. It was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your husband also saw that too.
What?
What?
He saw? He was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he
Whoa.
see?
Whoa.
Apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Oh.
Olivia, are
what?
you married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
You are lying.
No.
You are cheating on your
No.
husband.
I just meant, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, he set up a camera? Who does that? That's what I
Shame
Okay,
meant.
on
it sounds,
you.
Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is
now
it? Okay, so
you
now
make it
things
seem
are starting to come out a
complicated.
little bit because you misspoke
Oh,
there.
you cheater.
Olivia.
Oh, man.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Oh.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
Because
you're
we thought you were just single, living at a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get
You just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I
man.
slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Wow.
B.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I
Yeah,
am sorry
so-
for doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, like I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, gross.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again? Again, Austin.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah, man, I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Yeah.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know how many girls that I went to high school with refer to me as the one that got away?
I'm guessing none.
Too many to count.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I can't even count how many girls refer to me as that. I can't really count anyway, but that's beside the fact.
Man, that's sexy.
And Casey, who's on the phone with us right now, had a chance with her high school crush, and I'm guessing it didn't go very well because she's calling in for a second date update.
Oh,
What's up,
no.
Casey? How are you?
Hey, Jubal. I'm okay.
Your email said that you got a chance with your high school crush?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he was, on the football team and really hot and really cool all at the same time. It kind of works that way.
Uh-huh. What's his name?
His name's Zach.
Zach.
I see he even has a cool name, you guys. It
Yeah.
was terrible. And I had this super big crush on him all through high school, but I was super shy and nerdy and, not the best dresser. I'm not going to lie. And nothing ever happened in high school.
Was it one of those things where he never even noticed you in high school, or did you guys actually have a friendly relationship?
I don't think he even knew my name. I think he meant know me on site.
All
It
right.
was kind of a one-sided thing.
That's so sad. How long ago was high school?
We graduated about 6 years ago.
Okay.
All right.
How did you guys run into each other again?
I see him every once in a while around town. We've actually bumped into each other a couple times, but that creepy thing where I'm in a coffee shop and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Zach. He's ordering coffee. I should go. I don't know him. I should not go say hi.
And you're like, remember me from high school? No.
Yeah,
I
right?
don't remember you at all from high school.
It's that creeper thing. I'm like, no, that's not me. But we're friends on Facebook because, you're friends with everyone from high school on Facebook. That's just how that goes. So I've kind of know he's around.
Okay.
So how'd you run into him then? How'd you guys strike up something that's leading to a second date?
It was really super random. I was out with some friends. We were kind of just having a bar hopping kind of night, and we're out at a bar, and I see him at the bar. And I was like, oh, in my brain, I'm just like, oh, it's Zach. How funny. We're at the same bar. And he totally came up to me and was like, oh, hey, Casey, how's it going? And I was like, oh, my God, amazing.
He knew your name?
Oh.
I know.
All right. That's got to be exciting.
Oh my God, girl. Yeah, do you still have butterflies when you see this guy, even though it's been 6 years?
It is so dumb, right? I have been to college. I have met other people. Stuff has happened. I have transformed. And I still am totally oh my gosh, this guy is so cool and so hot.
Yeah, but
Every
you never
time.
forget that one person from high school who
Yeah.
was the hottest ever. Until you see him on Facebook and they had really downgraded. You're like, oh, I liked you? That happened in my case. But apparently this guy hasn't lost his swag.
No, Zach's still got it going on. It's still working.
So did he ask you out right on the spot?
Well, we were kind of hanging out and talking, and he's like, oh, before we get too deep, let me make sure I get your number. And I'm like, yes. Seriously, you guys, it was ridiculous.
All right.
It was really, really good. I'm feeling I am the coolest girl in the room. Look at me go.
So he got your number. And what'd you guys do for your date?
Well, we didn't exactly get to the date.
What?
So this is where it takes a turn. We were chatting, and he's like, oh, I'm going to go out for a smoke. Will you hold my seat? And I'm like, sure, no problem. Got this. I
He
can
still
hold the seat.
smokes? He is the coolest.
Oh, man.
You're right.
No, it's kind of horrible, but kind of awesome. And time is passing, and it's been 20 minutes, and he's not back. And
Whoa.
it's a cigarette does not take this long.
Right.
And so I'm feeling a little bit oh, want. Well, that was his
his stylish exit.
Mm-hmm.
He never came back for a seat, so I assumed he just left.
Whoa.
So that was kind of a bummer, but I was like, you know what? I still feel pretty good. I'm still pretty, like he paid me attention. It was nice.
Right.
So my girlfriends were like, well, let's go to a different bar. This one's kind of dead anyway. So we move on to the next place. And like an hour later, I get a text and he says, where'd you go?
What?
And I'm like, you left?
An hour later. Maybe he smoked the whole pack while he was outside.
I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, hey, well, I'm heading back home now. Do you want to come over and have a couple drinks at my place?
Oh, booty call.
Hey, nice.
And I was like, yeah, I totally want to do that.
Okay. So you went and met him at his place?
Yeah, and we had some wine, and it got later, and yeah.
So was
Did
it
it
as
go
good
as according as planned? Like, you guys...
It was highly, I would give it 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
I was a fan.
All right. How was the morning after?
Well, because I wasn't super sure when I woke up about how it had gone. I mean, I gave it 2 thumbs up, but I didn't know his perspective. I just kind of like snuck out and left like a, hey, that was super fun. Let's do it again note on his fridge. And
Really?
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
because it was a little bit like Cinderella waking up after the night of the ball. And she's back in her, like, horrible ratty clothes. And she was like, oh, gosh, that was awesome. I don't know that was supposed to be me.
I don't want him to see me like this.
Yeah.
All right, so you left him a note. Did he hit you up?
I have heard nothing.
Nothing from that
Nothing
night.
but crickets.
Have you tried texting him?
I sent one text like, hey, did you get my note? And he didn't even respond. Since then, I have been like, oh, you are dumb, girl. You are dumb.
Hey, not really. You got to enjoy a one-night stand with your high school crush. That's still something to be proud of.
Which has its bonus points. But I have had this crush on this guy for a long time, and maybe he's not everything that I think he is. But, I mean, I have liked this man for years.
Yeah.
We're talking, like, going on 10.
So you'd
kind
at
of
least
intense.
like a sober do-over.
Yeah, right? Can I, get a chance here?
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update can only be wrapped up by a reading from one of the greatest poets of our time, Taylor Swift. She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. Dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time.
Man.
Thank you
That
very
goes
much. I'm
straight to the heart.
talking about Casey, who is on the phone for a second date update right now. And why did I read a poem from Taylor Swift's song? Well, because she actually reconnected with her crush from high school. The guy didn't really know she existed in high school, but they met at a bar, ended up exchanging numbers and stuff. She thought that he had left the bar. She went to another bar with her friends, and then later got a text from him being like, hey, where'd you go? I was looking to hang out. And then he invited her over. She went over to his place. They hooked up. Then the morning after, she left him a note saying, I had a lot of fun, text me, and she has not heard a word from him. So we're about to call him, get him on the phone right now, and find out what horrible thing she did in the bedroom that made him not call her back.
No.
All right. You ready, Casey?
I guess.
Are you sure, Casey, that you just don't want to leave this one alone? I feel like something is going to make the whole dream come crashing down.
But the thing is, like, it's just been so much fun up till now that I can't just leave it. I have to know it's just going to make it. If this is like the, nail in the coffin, maybe I can finally move past my high school crush.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Did
give you
you
that.
check his breathing to make sure that he was alive before you left?
Yeah, that's the obvious.
He's alive. Don't say that. Don't even say that.
No, I'm just, maybe you're so good in bed that you actually murdered this man. Did you ever think about that?
I mean, I'm not going to say it couldn't happen, but
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Zach, please?
Zach.
Hey, Zach, what's up? How are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
What's up? How's it going?
Where are you calling from?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
All right.
You recently went out on a date with somebody who listens to our show, and they emailed us asking if we could get you on the phone. Her name is Casey.
Casey emailed you.
Yes, Casey emailed us because she's confused as to why you're not calling her back after you guys had your little one-night stand.
So she called you and then wanted you to call me?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. She told us about how she met you out at the bars, and then you guys ended up hooking up that night, but since then you haven't talked to her, so she's just wondering why.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
I mean, so what are you're wondering why I didn't call her?
Yeah. When we talked to her, she told us how she had a crush on you in high school and thought that you never even
really?
noticed her. Yeah. And then she was super excited when you actually knew who she was at the bar.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew who she was. I didn't know that much about her, but yeah, no, I mean, we had a good time. I just I don't know. I just feel like, she's kind of maybe a little too wild for me, or we're moving at different speeds.
Too wild
What?
for you, huh?
You're the one that
I don't know.
aren't you the one that Booty called her like an hour later and asked her to come over?
Well, first of all, I don't know if she told you this, but we were chatting in the bar, and then I went out to smoke, and when I came back, she was gone.
Yeah, she did. She told us that it seemed to take you a really long time, and she thought you had left.
No, I mean, I actually came back in, and I saw her, like, talking to her friends, and I had some other friends there, and I just went over and, like, chatted with them for a while, but I was going to circle back. I just kind of, got sidetracked with some other people when I came back in the bar, and then the next time I looked up, she was gone.
Well, what do you mean she moves too fast for you? You guys hooked up on the first night that you hung out.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. I don't know how, like, either of you could be faster.
Yeah, well, all right. Whenever that happened, and it was fun, and it was good, she left me a little note the next morning, and it was a cute little note, like, I had a good time, and hopefully we could do it again sometime, and I was like, great, and I was about to text her, actually, to see if she wanted to go grab breakfast, like, that morning.
Yeah.
So I went to my phone, and my buddy Nate had texted me, and he actually, when I looked at his text, it said, hey, do you have that girl Casey's number from last night? And I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, because I hooked up with her last night.
What?
Wait, hold on,
your
what?
buddy's saying that he hooked up with her the same night.
Yes.
How? What? I don't get.
He texted me that.
When?
not
Like when she
right.
went to the other bar? Like, did he give you
No,
any
that's-
details?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, and I like called him, and I was like, dude, I hooked up with her last night. Like, she slept over here. And he was like, oh, that's what happened. She left the bar with him, went to his place, which is really close to the bar,
What?
and started making out with him. And then he told me that she got a text, which must have been my text, saying like, where are you?
Oh my God.
And she left.
Wow,
Oh,
so
that
she
is
just bounced on your
scandal.
homeboy to go over to your house.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Did they? I
All
mean,
right.
do you know? Like, did she sleep with your friend too, or was she over there with the intention to sleep with your friend?
I mean, he said like it seemed like it was trending in that direction or whatever, Yeah.
Okay, so you
Wow.
that's what you mean by a little too fast for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
You know what I should tell you, Zach?
What?
That she's been messing around with more people than just that Nate guy.
What are you talking about?
Well, she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. Casey, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, Zach.
Hey.
I didn't mean for you to I didn't know that you and Nate were friends, firstly. I had no idea.
Okay.
Secondly, it wasn't like...
So it would have been okay if we weren't friends, if we just never found out.
No. Okay. No, yes. Okay. So the thing is, I didn't really even have an intention of hooking up with him. I just, I was feeling really good because you paid me so much attention, and then you bailed. And here I was, feeling amazing. You were into me, and then you just
It was less
ditched me.
than an hour since we had been talking. I didn't bail. I just went outside, and then I came back in and was circulating in the bar.
Yeah, I didn't know that. From where I sat, it looked like you just ditched me.
That's weird that you would think that. No.
Casey, you never mentioned to us that you went home with another guy and then got his text and then went to his house.
Oh, she left that part out, huh?
Yeah, she just said she was at the bar when she got your text.
Well, that part wasn't important.
Yeah.
That's not the important part of the story. Okay?
But Casey,
it was a bad idea.
If a guy did that, you would be calling him all sorts of names and saying he's a dog and he's a cheater and he's sleazy.
No, you guys don't even understand. Like, I don't ever do this.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, I've said that before too, Casey, and it wasn't true.
No, my friends were stunned that I had left the bar with anyone.
Yeah.
Like, this is not me. And I was feeling so rock star that night because Zach could talk to me. And then when he ditched me, I wanted to, like, keep that kind of amazing feeling going. And so I decided
But
to
how long
get
could it
someone
have
else.
been? Like, between when I went out to smoke and when you, like, went home with Nate?
That's really not the point.
That is the point. That's totally the point. Like, you waited for me for how long? Like, 15 minutes before you decided that I'd, like, ditched you?
No, I waited for you like 20 minutes at that bar, and then I went to a different bar, which is where Nate found me.
Found me?
I will say, I mean, on her defense on that side, she thought that she was invisible to you for the last, I don't know, 10 years of your guys' life. Like, of course she's going to think that you're going to ditch her because she doesn't think that you're into her.
But we were talking, and it was a good conversation. I'm not a jerk. I wasn't just going to, like...
I didn't know
I'll be
that.
right
I don't
back
know
and
you.
leave.
All I know is what I thought of you in high school. Like, I don't know you, and I really wanted to, and you're just making it that you're even a better guy than I thought, and that really sucks because right now I'm a jerk.
Tables have turned.
Well, here's the thing, Zach. If she didn't know that you were going to call her or text her or anything that night and thought maybe you had left, it's really not her bad to try to date somebody else or, like, meet another guy, right? It just so happened that it was your friend. That's bad luck.
I told her to save my seat. Like, that's a good indication that I'm going to be back.
Yeah, good point. I tried, Casey. I tried to help you out. Hey, Zach,
man.
I'd love to ask you a question. Would you like to go on a second date with Casey? We will pay for it.
Please, Zach, don't judge me off of that experience. That is not the best version of me at all, and I would really, really, really love the chance to just spend some time with you and get to know you and let you get to know me, not this horrible, horrible alternate universe version of me.
I mean, yeah, why not? She's pretty good in the sack.
Hey, there you go. It's a glowing review, Casey. Congratulations. You got your second date.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
Casey, just so you know, if we get an email from a guy named Nate who's asking for a second date update, we're not going to be doing that one, okay?
Don't. Please don't.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Nothing says true love like a bad case of indigestion.
Ew.
Right?
Not what I was thinking, but okay.
A lot of times when people fall in love, it feels like indigestion,
No, it's supposed to feel like butterflies.
irritable bowel syndrome or something. And that's what Johnny is feeling today because Johnny made a big mistake on his first date. At least I think so. What's up, Johnny? How are you?
Man, I'm doing okay. What about yourself?
Oh my
Not
God.
too bad, but you took your date to a hot wing eating contest?
Ooh, yeah, man. I was told women like activity, so, I took her out.
I gotta say, I would actually think that'd be really fun.
No way.
Yes, I think it'd be really fun. I mean,
my
it's
gosh.
obviously informal. Definitely have something to talk about.
Exactly. I figured it'd be something fun and just see what happens, afterwards.
Okay. What happens afterwards is a long bathroom break. But anyway, what's her name?
Angela.
Okay.
Angela, all right? And where'd you meet Angela?
I met online. It was my first date, man, since my divorce. I worked a lot. I was a little skeptical, so,
And how long ago was the divorce?
11 months ago.
Okay, so you're ready.
I think I am. I
Yeah.
feel I am.
That's awesome. No, something that's very key in this whole hot wing date thing. Did you surprise her with it, or did you guys agree upon it before you met up for the competition?
I mean, we had talked in general, but it was me surprising her with that.
Okay, I don't know that that's necessarily a good surprise.
Yeah, so you sprung a hot wing eating contest on her.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me clarify now. She didn't eat. It was just me in the contest. She was just there supporting me.
Wait, hold on. I don't think I understood this when I approved of this whole Hot Wings date. You were actually participating in the competition? I thought you were just going to, like, watch and it'd be funny.
No, I'm a contestant.
Okay,
oh,
so
my God. And that was
you-
a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a spontaneous guy. I hope she would appreciate that.
Oh, my God. I don't know that you have my endorsement anymore. I don't think any woman wants to see a guy shoveling their face with hot wings on a first date.
Well, you don't sound like a fun date. I mean, it is what it is.
All right, so she was there to root you on in a hot wing eating contest. How'd the date go, though?
It was pretty cool. So she met me at the restaurant, and that's when I told her the big news that I was in the contest, hot wing eating contest.
What was her reaction to that big news?
She smiled. I mean, her eyes got a little slightly wide, and she smiled. And we talked a little bit before the contest, and this is where I think I could have goofed up. I think I could have overshared. I told her that I like going commando, that I never wear underwear. I mean, never under any circumstances. Because
when did you let her know that information?
I mean, we were talking. It was, I had 10, 15 minutes before the contest. What? We were talking, and
you have been out of the dating world for a while, haven't you, sir?
Yeah, well, I was married for 7 years. I mean, I hadn't dated in like forever, but
it's just like,
so how does that work? You're like talking. You're like, I gotta go do this contest real quick. I don't wear any underwear. I'll be right back.
No, that's just it. No, we were talking, and some guy bent over, and she saw his crack, and I was like, oh, wow, I don't wear any underwear either. That's how it came up.
Okay.
I just never wear underwear, and I told her, but before I could explain further, they called my name to go up to the contest and start eating.
So I will say, I don't think that the no underwear in general is a turnoff, but maybe the oversharing and like that just seems like it's so awkward.
Well, you're right. It was awkward. I shared it. It happened. I mean, I had to move on.
Yeah.
Especially when my name got called.
So how
did you move on gracefully and recover, or did the rest of the date seem weird?
Actually, it seemed pretty good. She was cheering me on when I was eating.
Was she though?
Good.
Like, let's be honest. Was she like yelling your name?
She was like clapping, like go, go. She was saying go. She wasn't yelling my name personally, but she was saying go, go.
Awesome.
She was saying that.
So she got into the actual contest part.
I believe so. I mean, I must be honest. My eyes was blurry. I couldn't see crap because the wings were much harder than I thought.
And how did you do in the competition?
I mean, I came in second place, but, hey, it was out of 12 people.
Okay, see, if you won that competition, you might have won her heart, her spicy heart. But no, you didn't win.
Hey, but look, the wings were crazy hot. She drank milk with me so I can cool off. I mean, we had good conversation. It was good.
It just really doesn't sound like you're putting your best foot forward on this date.
Oh, I couldn't. I didn't know the wings were going to be that hot. Seriously, I didn't know they were going to be that hot.
All right, well, how did everything end with her?
So we were done. I walked out to her car, and then, I leaned over to try and give her a kiss, and she pushed me away because she said she had to leave to go take care of her grandmother or some relative that was sick. So I walked out, tried to give her a kiss, and she was like, oh, I don't kiss on the first date. I was like, no problem, I respect that. Maybe this next date we have then.
And what
did she agree that she'd say, okay, maybe the next date, or did she just go, yeah, I got to go take care of my sick somebody?
She was like, oh, okay, well, we'll see. She did say we'll see.
Okay, that's kind of flirty. Flirty, we'll see is flirty.
It could go either way. It could be flirty or a letdown.
Don't you think, like, it's your first big date back from being divorced? Don't you think you should just chalk it up to a good learning lesson about not mentioning your underwear or eating a bucket load of hot wings on your first date?
Well, yeah, the date was weird, but it was fun. I mean, maybe I can get a hold to her, and our second date could be more fun, more weird. Hey, I'm ready to try this and do this.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and see if we can get you more weird, more fun second date right after this, all right?
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Why am I playing this song? Well, because Johnny, who's on the phone for a second date update today, took his first date to a hot wing eating contest. And, Johnny, more that I think about it, I think I figured out why she's not calling you back. You came in second. I bet you she went home with the winner of the hot wing eating contest. Probably has a baby on the way now and everything because you didn't win, man.
Really? So so second place don't get me a second date. Is that it?
Not when it comes to hot wings.
That should be the new slogan, though.
If you're just joining us, Johnny did take his date to a hot wing eating contest. She cheered him on. He came in second place. He asked for a kiss at the end of the date. She said she doesn't do that on a first date. And then he's been trying to contact her for like 3 weeks now, and she's not getting back to him. So we're about to call her and find out why.
I never heard. What did you like so much about her?
I mean, the fact that she had no idea we were going to a hot wing eating contest, and she was cheering me on, go. I mean, she was cool with everything.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So she seemed pretty laid back and fun.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention, I think she's beautiful, but, you know.
Those are lovely things to say that I'm hoping we can pass on because I think it's going to be an uphill battle for you. But you got this, Johnny.
I got it.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Angela, please?
This is Angela speaking.
Hi, Angela. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
I'm okay. What, why are you calling me? Who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Not helping.
Yeah, it's a radio show.
Why are you calling me?
Well, because we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Somebody emailed you about me?
Yeah, it's somebody that you went out on a date with a little while ago.
What? What? What?
It's a segment that we do on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. A listener of ours named Johnny told us that he went out with you recently.
Oh my God. No.
You obviously remember Johnny.
Johnny also told us that you haven't talked to him in like 3 weeks, so he's wondering what's up.
I was trying to do the fadeaway.
It didn't work.
Can you tell us why you were trying to fade away from Johnny?
Because it was the weirdest date I'd ever been on in my life.
It sounds really strange from what he described to us as well.
Oh, he told you? Oh my God.
He did. He told us how he met up with you and surprised you with a hot wing eating competition that he was participating in.
Yeah. And I didn't know, until we met up at the restaurant that was our date.
Can I just ask you, what was the first thing that went through your head when he told you that he was going to participate in this contest?
Honestly, I was waiting for him to be like, just kidding. But he wasn't kidding.
No, he's a true competitor.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was like a thing, that like people gathered to like cheer people on as they eat.
But you can see, I mean, like, stepping back and having some hindsight, you can see where his mind was. Like, he thought it would be a fun, informal date, like an activity for you guys to do.
Yeah, but like, how are we supposed to get to know each other if he's eating hot wings?
Right. I'm not saying the execution was good. I'm just saying that the intention was good.
It was weird because people knew him. Like,
people knew him.
They were like, oh yeah, Johnny, he's really good. And I was like, really good at what? Like,
so he's known at the bar, or he's known at the hot wing eating competition?
At the hot wing eating competition. Like, people were fans. Like, some people had fan t-shirts. It was It was the weirdest thing.
Wait.
T-shirts? Did you say t-shirt?
Yeah, I mean, they were homemade, but like, still.
What?
And it wasn't like his cousins or something.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a like page or something.
So are you not calling him back because the pressures of being a celebrity girlfriend would be really hard?
You know what? I was so weirded out there wasn't the connection that I thought there would be. And I felt bad because like after he was done with the contest, we were trying to sit down and just like connect for the first time face to face. And he had like sauce all over his face and all over his shirt, and he's like snotty because like the spices are making,
And that didn't do it for you?
It was just disgusting. And then I was trying to not make it awkward, but it was already awkward. And he was like, oh, I'm getting so hot. And he took off his hat and he was bald, and I was scared. I was just shocked. I was scared, so I jumped back, and I know he saw me jump back. And I felt so bad. I felt like a bad person.
Oh, no.
So you thought he had more hair, too?
Because they didn't look like that in the picture, because he does have hair on the sides. Like, so I thought that it was going to continue. but it didn't.
To the top.
And it's one of those things, like, just shave the sides, too. If you can't
I
grow
know,
it on the
like,
top,
don't
like,
trick me. I would have been fine if it was just all bald and he was, like, proud to be bald, but I felt like I was being tricked. So,
All right, so the whole date was a surprise to you. The hot wing eating competition and then the fact that he was bald.
right, the whole thing was like a hidden bald head underneath a baseball cap. That's the whole date. That's a good metaphor for how the date was.
Well, I have another hidden bald head for you then, Angela.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Johnny is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I'm here, Angela. How are you?
I'm sorry, Johnny. I didn't. Sorry.
I had no idea that the JBGers upsetted you.
What?
The Johnny
not
B.
What?
Gooders. My fan club, the Johnny B. Gooders. I didn't know they upsetted you.
Wait.
Was that a problem?
I'm sorry, stop. Do you have a fan club?
The JBGs, yeah. The JBGers.
That's what their shirt said. Oh, my goodness. That was a real. Oh, my God. JV.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was trying to be spontaneous. I wanted you to enjoy yourself. I don't see what the problem was.
You know what, Johnny? It's not a problem. It's just like you would be more of like an acquaintance than a boyfriend. I could not like consider being a girlfriend. That's just not my thing. It's not
Okay,
personal.
so
It's just,
because of the hot wings, so you want to go out on another date and don't do hot wings? We can go do something else.
I mean, I'm not a competitive eater.
We don't have to eat. I mean, the JBGers won't be there. They won't, so it just.
You sure, Johnny? You don't take him around with you everywhere you go? Because I would if I had a fan club like that.
No. I only at my hot wing. They support me there.
Johnny, how
Hey.
could you have not have mentioned this when we were talking before? Like, you made it sound like this was like a fun, great idea.
It was.
No, this is like a lifestyle for you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's my thing. This is what I do. I figured it would be good for her to, see what I do, see what kind of man she's getting involved with. Me and the JBGers.
JBG?
that right there is already like too much.
So, Angela, you're trying to tell me there's nothing I can say to make you want to go out with me? What if I cut my hair completely bald? What can I say or do?
Literally, like, I'm just not into a guy with sauce all over his face all the time.
Are you sure, Angela? Because we would like to pay for a second date. Would you go out with Johnny one more time? We will pay for it.
Hey, Angela, before you answer that, you just know a real man is not afraid to cry in front of a woman. And you know I did that in front of you, girl.
What?
Me and the JBG.
You cried?
Me and the JBG?
When did you cry?
Dude, the wings were hotter than I thought. I told you that earlier. Come on.
So obviously it's going to bring tears.
Oh, what a
Angela,
sexy man.
one more date with Johnny.
Oh, my gosh.
Johnny, if you are a very unique and special person and seem really sweet, you're just not the guy for me.
Oh, Johnny.
I'm sorry, man. No second date. It doesn't sound like she's going to go out with you.
Damn, man. Dude, I really tried, man. I can't believe somebody wouldn't want to go out with me because I'm really good at something.
And Johnny, how can you ever really be alone when you have your own fan club? None of us can say that. You have the JBGers.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what? You're right, dude. I appreciate the love, man. Just for that, I'm going to bring you to the next contest, and we're going to do this together, bro.
Oh.
Come on, let's do this.
I'll cheer louder than any Johnny B. Gooder for you.
Let's do it.
All right. Give me a t-shirt, man. I'll see you there.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I just want you to know I'm officially a Johnny B. Gooder.
Yeah.
Oh, God, of course you are.
Talking about today's second date update, and everybody texting in at 78592 supports the dude from today's second date update. His name was Johnny, and he wanted to call a girl named Angela. He wasn't getting a call back because he took her to a hot wing eating contest, kind of surprised her with that. And also, she said that he took off his hat and he was balding, and he was surprised bald.
Surprise.
I mean, it's just a lot of shocking things in one date.
Yeah, he's a big competitive eater, I guess, at this bar, and he has a fan club, the Johnny B. Gooders. And she just said his passion for eating things kind of turned her off. She wasn't into him because he just wanted to go eat spicy hot wings all the time and hang out with his fan club.
Yeah, like someone said on the text board, poor guy just wanted to be spontaneous. Maybe a little too spontaneous.
Just shows, guys, don't plan dates, really. Like, don't try to do too much on dates.
That's not what
Just
it shows, Jubal.
go to dinner, keep it normal. Don't try to do too much. No hot wing eating contests.
Okay.
And don't introduce them to your fan club until at least date number 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
And remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
The only
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Sarah is on the phone this morning. She wants to do a second date update for a guy that she met named Timothy. She thinks that she may have screwed up with Timothy by inviting him to meet her friends too early.
Oh, I could see that could happen.
On a first date.
Oh, that is really early.
It's kind of weird.
Jumping the gun there.
I guess her friends have like a game night, and she invited him to come to the game night for a first date.
That's kind of fun, though. I could see either way.
I wouldn't think that would be awkward. I think that would be okay. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Whoa.
Oh, hey, Sarah.
You got like quite the voice there, Sarah. Do you just wake up, or is this all the time?
Why? What do you mean?
You sound like a phone sex operator. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah, there's no way to even gloss over that
Two
fact.
men in this room have lots of experience with it, so they can tell you.
What do you do for a living, Sarah?
Oh, I just do retail.
Do you?
Can I?
Yeah, I mean, you were missing your calling, I will tell you that. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about Timothy, the guy that you want to call today?
Oh, Timothy, he's just a really great guy. Very intelligent, well-read, interesting.
Sarah, is this really your voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Be mature,
Continue.
you
It's,
guys.
well, come on,
It's
Lydia.
hard
It's
to
hard to
concentrate.
it's hard to concentrate.
I
and think
can't
about anything
even
else.
concentrate.
Like, tell me about Timothy, and then I feel dirty for asking. So keep telling us about sexy Timothy.
Well, he's a great conversationalist and very deep, and
How did you meet him?
just actually a friend of mine set us up, and he's just, wow, just his aura too. I just feel like we're different, but I think we complement each other.
Now,
so-
your email that you sent us said you think you freaked him out by having him come over to a game night and meet your friends on a first date.
Well, things were going so well at dinner, and to be honest, I just wanted to still keep it going. And so my friends are having a bunch of people over for food and drinks, and they have like game night. So I'm just worried that, I don't know if he felt too much pressure, maybe they were asking him too many questions, but they're just very open like that, you know.
What was the most like blunt question that he was asked?
My friends are very open, so they just wanted to see like if he had any set religion or how he felt about gay marriage, like just really everything.
He got grilled.
Heavy
dude.
topics on a first
Yeah.
date.
Wow.
But I think, they thought he was wonderful, like I did, but they can be direct, and the type of person they want me with is someone's very open-minded.
Yeah.
So
Did he seem okay with that?
actually, I don't know. I think he was okay. Sometimes I could tell he was just kind of looking at everyone and observing, but then other times he was definitely participating, but I don't know.
Sarah, did you guys seem to be on the same page with what you were expecting out of the date? Because I feel like sometimes when you introduce him to your friends, and if you had been talking a lot about this guy to your friends, it may come across as you're ready for a relationship and want to make the next move, where maybe he wasn't there quite yet.
Oh, we really didn't talk about it, but I don't know. I really tried to be aware of his energy, and he seemed to be pretty okay. Then suddenly he was like, okay, I think I'll just get going home and I'll call you. So, but he hasn't called.
How long did he hang out with you and your friends?
Like an hour, maybe
Okay.
a little bit more. And I didn't want to be pushing it, but I really feel, when you feel like the universe is kind of like drawn you to someone and that person to you. So
Sarah, are you really into like astrological signs and stuff too?
What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, I'm wondering if she talked a lot about their auras and the color of them. And
I definitely told him he had a great aura. I mean, I felt it right away. And
did that freak him out?
No, he was like, wow, no one's ever said that to me before. And I said, it's beautiful. It really is.
Nice. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to the soothing sounds of today's second date update. Sarah is on the phone with us. Sarah, can you just talk to me for a second and tell me how excited you are to be doing a second date update with us?
Jewel, I am so excited.
Are you cannot be real, Sarah. Like, I
now
feel like
Sarah's playing into it.
Yeah,
we need to be doing love requests
Yeah.
with Sarah, not a second date update.
You do have the best voice by far that we've ever had on the air here.
So it's weird that if Timothy can, in fact, hear, it's weird that he wouldn't be calling you back.
I know, Brooke. That's why I feel like maybe I kind of blew it by introducing him to my really
and you kind of blew it because that was Lydia you're talking to, not even Brooke.
That's okay.
doesn't
That's
matter.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever you say, who cares? You can call me Brooke if you want to. All right, Sarah, we're going to give Timothy a call just to update everybody and make sure that they know what's going on. You met Timothy through a friend of a friend, took him to meet up with a group of your friends for a game night. He was there for about an hour and then took off and won't call you back. And you can't figure out why. You're thinking maybe your friends were a little too hard on him with the questioning.
Yeah, that's. I mean, because we had a lot of chemistry.
Did you guys ever kiss or anything? I forgot to ask.
We were very touchy with each other, and we almost kissed.
I don't even know what you just said, Sarah.
It's okay.
Keep
Sarah,
talking.
Yeah.
if you guys were going to kiss, can you describe how it would happen slowly?
Okay, let's
What
get
would-
to
what
calling
exactly would
Timothy.
happen there?
That is enough.
All right, Sarah, we're about to call Timothy and see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update. Are you ready to go?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Timothy, please?
Yeah, this is Timothy.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Like a radio station?
Like the radio station. The only one. How are you?
I'm good. What are all those voices in the background?
Oh, that would be Brooke, Jose, Lydia Cruz, and then me. I'm Jubal.
We're a whole
Yeah.
show.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Awkward.
I don't listen to the radio that often. I do like podcast stuff.
Nice. Well, we're sort of like a podcast that you can listen to in your car. If you Timothy, we're calling you because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, and she emailed us to ask us to give you a call and find out why you're not calling her back and don't want to go out with her again.
Wow. Okay. Who was it?
Her name is Sarah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Sarah.
How could you
She has a very sultry voice.
You can't forget Sarah.
Yeah, she does. She has a very nice voice.
Did you enjoy your evening with Sarah?
It was going really well at first, and then we went to her friends for a game night, and then it kind of just got weird.
Did they grill you too hard? Because it sounds like they came in pretty heavy with the questioning.
Yeah, I mean, her friends were a little bit weird, and I wasn't expecting it. I don't know. It was just strange overall.
What were her friends like?
Her friends were, like, Wiccan.
Oh.
Oh, like Wiccan, witches.
Like witches.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's their
So what did they-
religion or whatever.
Oh,
Did they make you dance around a tree? What'd they do? I mean, that was so weird.
They just had a weird vibe to them. Like, they were almost like, like reaching out to me or trying to explain it to me in a weird way. And the game seemed a little bit Wiccan that
Was
we
it
were playing.
Did you do any seances?
Ouija board all night?
I mean, honestly, I left after an hour because I was afraid that it was going to like deteriorate into like seances or candles wax being poured on me or something like that.
I know a couple Wiccans, and they don't do that. They mostly just worship trees and stuff. So you might have been prancing around in some leaves or something later on, if that's weird to you. But what kind of games were they playing?
I don't even know what. It was like a weird game, and the dice were, like just weird dice. like the dice were really strange, and like the board looked like a bunch of astrology and fire and stuff like that. Like it was like kind of all over the place.
Were you able to keep up with the games, or were you not even playing? You were just kind of there
Honestly,
watching
I didn't
them.
know what the game was. Like it's like like I didn't land on boardwalk at any point. Like.
Did she prepare you for this at all? Like say, hey, we're going over to game night and it's not going to be anything Parker Brothers style.
No. She just was like, hey, I want to come over to my friends for a game night. And I was a little taken aback, but I was like, sure, I'm game. So like,
yeah.
And I don't even want to say like anything rude about Wiccans if I'm on the radio. Like it just wasn't my thing,
We talked to Sarah. Did she share with you that she's a Wiccan, or is she Wicca? Do you know that?
I mean, I kind of assumed she was based on her friends, you know, like I wouldn't imagine she's like Pentecostal or something like that, you know what I mean?
That would be quite a shock.
Yeah, hardcore Catholic. Hanging out with
Jewish.
them all the time.
She's Jewish.
Well, you know what the best way to find out is, Timothy, is just to ask her.
I guess. I mean,
you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that then. Because Sarah is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
Oh, my God.
I just want to start off by saying my friends really are wonderful people. And I think...
I feel a little bit, honestly, Sarah, I feel a little bit ambushed by this. Like, I had no idea you were on the other line. And, you know, listen, I don't mean to... I wasn't trying to be judgmental of your friends. It was strange. For someone who is unfamiliar with Wiccan stuff, it was a strange situation to be dropped into.
But Timothy, I think that's just like if they happen to be all Republicans. I mean, would you have this reaction? They didn't impose anything on you. I think that, like a lot of people, when they hear Wiccans or witchcraft, they think, "Oh my gosh, evil," and they're gonna put a spell on me and sacrifice an animal. Which actually, we're so respectful of the environment and animals. And you know, these friends, I met them, and I did start to get into being a Wiccan for a little bit, and then I realized it wasn't for me, but I felt like we had a really great time together up until that. Didn't you feel the same way?
I did. I felt like we were having a good time, but I was weirded out. So you're still friends with them? Because I understand that you're kind of on the offensive here, but it's not like they were bad people. But it would weird out anyone to jump into that. You know what I mean?
I mean, Sarah, you could warn him maybe. And it's not like they're weird freaks or whatever, but you could say, hey, just to let you know, this is not the normal everyday kind of game night. It's summer solstice.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want to say, but maybe let him know.
There was a full moon that night, and I thought it was a really beautiful symbol of our date, actually. But besides that, it really was just a few friends who happened to be Wiccans that were playing games that aren't the traditional games, and I was so excited for them to meet you. So I really feel like a lot of this is you heard the word Wiccan and just thought the worst or whatever your preconceived notions are, I guess.
Look, there was a little bit of that going into it, but like, you know, like when you hear the word Wiccan and people are a little bit different or whatever, you don't necessarily know what you're getting into. But like, you know, they were nice people. They weren't exactly my cup of tea. I didn't feel comfortable. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm being judged
I
for
want
something
to see you again. I'm not practicing any religion. I'm just really more into meditating and
Okay, Sarah, so you want to go out with Tim again. Tim, would you go out with Sarah again? We will pay for a second date.
I mean...
Oh, come on, Timothy. How can you say, I mean, even after that explanation and that soothing voice?
You're right. I mean, yeah, we had a good time up until that point. As long as I don't feel like, you know, uncomfortable or there's not any situation like that, I did have fun, you know, and I would like to go on another date.
Perfect. Yeah. And we will send you guys out again. Woo-hoo! We'll pay for your food.
That's amazing. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see you again, Timothy.
I'm excited to see you again, too.
Yeah. I'll buy you a couple broomsticks for transportation.
Oh, come on.
It's all good.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Lincoln South Food Hall in Bellevue. Fitness for foodies. From carb-loving meat eaters to vegan and everything in between, we've got you covered. Grab a quick lunch or come for happy hour. You'll leave craving more. Order online at LincolnSFH.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
In the dating world, everybody has their techniques for finding out if the person you're going on a date with is crazy or not.
Yeah.
Little tests, like... I invite everybody I've been on a date with on a robbery spree. If they say no, obviously they're crazy. If they say yes, let's have a good time. It's kind of how I do it. But Kyle, who's on the phone today for a second date update, apparently has a different, more boring method, I think.
Better.
We'll find out about that in just a second. But first, Kyle, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. So, before we get into your little technique on how you find out if a girl is crazy or not, where'd you meet the girl you want to call today? What's her name?
Her name's Virginia, but she also goes by Ginny.
Okay.
And met her on Tinder.
All right.
Well, there you go. Crazy.
That's not what. Then he would also be crazy. If everyone on Tinder's crazy, then they're all dating crazies dating
I
crazies.
think that's what's happening right now.
Well, that's fine.
All right. So, you said in your email that you have like a standard first date that's kind of a test for people you go out with. What did you guys do?
Yeah, so we went to coffee, and some people might think that's kind of boring, but I think you can tell a lot by what someone orders for coffee. And if it's like a grande ice sugar-free vanilla latte with soy, they're probably a high-maintenance person. I mean, maybe they're lactose intolerant, but
So wait, you're judging people based on their coffee drinks?
a little bit, yeah. I think you can get a good read for personality. Like,
Okay.
Oh, I think you can. I mean, anytime I've been at a coffee place and there's someone just arguing about, like, it's not 124.5 degrees, I'm like, that person is way too high strung.
Absolutely.
I want to know what the best coffee drink a date can order in your mind.
just coffee, just a hot coffee.
Okay.
You
just
don't think
shows
that
low
means
maintenance,
that
I guess?
they're boring or basic?
I mean, you could do whatever you want with it at the little prep bar, but that's your own prerogative.
I just don't understand. If you're just getting coffee, why go to a coffee shop? You can make that at home.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I don't think many people get asked to coffee dates anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
About the environment, right?
I'm guessing Virginia, who you went on a date with, passed your test because you want to call her for another date?
Yeah, she just got a regular latte.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
sexy.
that's more than just coffee. I thought you were talking just black. Okay.
And how was your actual date with her?
It was fun. Another thing I did, I bought 2 little bottles of Bailey's for us and brought it to the coffee place.
What? So wait,
Okay.
you're going to a coffee shop and trying to still get drunk?
That's awesome. I like
It's
that.
not. Just go to a bar. I don't understand you.
No, because the bar doesn't have good coffee. At least go to a coffee shop. You know, you get the best of both.
All right. The alcoholic in the room knows what it's up.
Yeah, I know what's up.
So did you guys drink the Baileys or?
Yeah, she actually wanted some,
Okay.
which, I mean, that's a good clue.
Okay.
And everything went well, and we were discussing what we like, our hobbies and everything, and I actually have something in common with her grandpa. I collect campaign buttons from all over the world.
Really?
And, yeah. And I was like, I'd love to see his, and
Wow.
she wanted
Wow.
to see mine.
Is that the reason you want to
Yeah.
call her? Or do you just want to meet her grandpa so you guys can compare campaign buttons?
Yeah, I'm using her for a grandpa. I actually have one of Fidel Castro from way back when in like the early 50s.
Is that your most prized button?
It is.
Cool. Is it worth a lot of money?
I have no idea. I haven't checked that out.
It's priceless.
You're not doing it for the money, you're doing
Yeah.
it for the love. I get
Okay.
it.
They actually don't allow Castro's face on any pins in Cuba, so it's pretty rare to find one, and I have one.
That's cool.
I know, right? I mean, how many people do you know that have Fidel Castro campaign buttons?
You're the only one.
Yeah. I don't know many Fidel Castro fans, so
Well, I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm
Okay.
just, I have his button.
That turn her on?
Did that turn her?
You know, it could have. She wanted to come over and see it.
Oh, she
she
did.
went to your house after the coffee date?
We did, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so things were going real well. How was that?
I mean, this is where it gets kind of wonky for me. She was at my place, and she hadn't been checking her phone or anything when we were getting coffee, but then she was just pretty much always on her phone when she was at my place, and I was like, is everything okay? And she said a friend of hers was having a meltdown, and that she needed to go and would like to reschedule the whole Castro viewing. But it's now been over a week, and I'm only getting kind of short, cold texts back, and that's why I'm here. I'd like your help figuring out what to do next.
What was your sense on the meltdown? Was it an excuse or did you believe her?
I couldn't really get a read for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but the fact that she's not really being responsive to you sounds
Right.
like she might have just used an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of a classic one, too.
Yeah, can you think of anything weird that happened?
No, other than everything that she was already down to do.
You don't have any other strange collections in your house, right?
Little collection of dust, but
Okay. I think that's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to figure it out. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Great, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, a lot of guys will try to impress girls they're on a date with their car or their nice Rolex watch, but not Kyle, who's on the phone for a second date update today. He tries to impress women with his vintage political campaign buttons. He's crushing it at retirement homes for sure. And that's exactly what happened on his first date. He met a girl named Virginia on Tinder. They went out for coffee and then went back to his place because he brought up during his date that he collects vintage political campaign buttons. And she said, oh, my grandpa does too. And so he wanted to show her some of his. They went to his place. Then she said she had an emergency and had to leave, and he hasn't really heard from her since. So we're going to try to get her on the phone and find out why.
And for the record, if it's the political campaign buttons that turned her off, she's lame. Like, it's cool when people have really interesting, quirky hobbies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on your side. That's all I'm saying.
If you guys want to ever come by and see them yourself, I'm happy to let you in and show you around.
Yeah.
I support you, but not that much, maybe.
Tweet me. Maybe I'll hit you
Okay.
back. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Virginia, please?
This is she.
Hey, Virginia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who did you say that you were?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. Have you ever heard it?
No.
Okay. You got any friends that have heard it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
You ever Google it? No, probably not. Okay, I'll just get to the point. It's a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, and we got an email about you from somebody who does listen to the show.
Wait, what? You got an email about me?
Yes, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after or wanting to see them again, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you from a dude named Kyle.
What the hell?
I know, that's what I said, right? The hell?
I guess I don't understand what's happening.
So Kyle emailed us because he told us about your date. He said that he really enjoyed going out with you, but now it's pretty obvious that you don't want to see him again. And he wanted us to talk to you and see if we can find out why. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, this is just like really weird.
Do you mind telling us about your date?
I don't really know what to say.
It sounded like, I mean, from his description, that you guys really hit it off at coffee and that you went back to his place, which is always a good sign that you were interested to some degree during the date.
Yeah, how do I put this? He's the kind of guy that, like, you think he's one way, but then you find out that he's just a completely different person.
Okay. Can you explain in a little more detail for us? He sounds like a pretty mild-mannered guy. I mean, he said he collects political campaign buttons.
Yeah.
You don't usually call those guys wild and crazy, you know what I mean?
Maybe just start with, like, what you thought he was to begin with.
I don't know. I thought he was, like, a normal, nice guy. Maybe I should have picked up on, there were signs, like he brought, like, airplane alcohol bottles to a coffee shop. I thought he was trying to be, like, fun, but it was, I guess that's a red flag, probably. I should have noticed.
Oh, I thought that was
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you drink a lot in your life, Jose, so maybe it is a red flag if you don't want to date a heavy drinker.
Touche.
Yeah, that was, like, I guess the first weird thing. But we went back to his place, and I had to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to his bathroom, and there was a syringe just, like, laying out on the counter.
Wait.
And then I walked by his bedroom on the way back, and there was another syringe on his bedside table.
Okay. So you think that he's a bit of a partier?
Yeah, and then we were looking at this button collection that he has, which was cool, but then there was, like, a knock at the door. And he went to answer it, and this guy was there, and they, like, barely said hello to each other. The guy just, like, handed him a bag, and he was like, cool, thanks, man. And then he closed the door.
What?
Huh.
So this guy, you think he's in... Whoa.
So is that what you're saying? You're saying that you think Kyle is like a big drug user, or?
I don't know. I don't know what he's into, but it was clear to me that he was into some obviously bad stuff, and so I just, like, faked a conversation with my friend.
Okay. It's a pretty big jump, though, that you're making.
I'm just saying, look at the evidence. And if he's, like, dealing with some issues or something, that's, you know, that's his own battle, but it's not something I personally want to get involved in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not into doing heroin on a first date?
Bailey's and heroin.
Jeez. What a prude.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay. Well, wouldn't you like to find out what all that stuff was about?
Not really. I mean, I feel like my instincts are pretty dead on.
Think about it, though. If he was a drug dealer, he wouldn't contact us.
I don't know that.
Yeah, and I don't know that either because there's a lot of people who listen to the show that do drugs and are drug dealers, so they probably could contact us. But I was going to say, Virginia, the best way to find out is probably just to ask him, and he's actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, it's a little too late. Kyle, are you there?
Yeah, hi. This has been a huge misunderstanding.
Okay.
The syringes are for insulin. I'm a diabetic.
Oh, sure.
Are you serious? I mean, I can't believe you thought I was a drug addict. I'm
Like,
not-
there were syringes in, like, multiple places around your apartment, and a guy came to your door that you barely spoke to.
The knock at the door was an Amazon delivery, and I'm not going to talk with him and get to know him.
I didn't even think of an Amazon guy dropping off stuff. I automatically thought some dude was dropping off drugs to you.
Wait, what about, you had, like, cleaning products, like, all over your apartment, and I went home and I Googled that, and it said that sometimes, like, drug dealers use cleaning products to, like, make their stuff or whatever.
No. I cleaned my house earlier that day from, like, top to bottom. I just didn't put them away.
That's a big assumption to go from cleaning products to meth lab.
Well, I wouldn't have started there, but there's like 10 other signs. Like, there's just too many red flags, Kyle. Like, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you still don't believe him?
Like, you brought alcohol to a coffee date. Like, what? You can't get through your day without...
I can very much get through my day. That was just to, have some fun on a coffee date. You gotta believe me. This is crazy. I'm not Walter White.
I'm not trying to judge you at all or your lifestyle, but, like, I watch a lot of documentaries. I just feel like I know my instincts are right here.
If he could produce, like, a medical card that says that he is diabetic, would that be good enough for you?
I don't need to produce a medical card to be believed. You just gotta trust me. I mean, I'm a diabetic.
I don't have to trust you, and I really, honestly don't trust you. Like, I've seen it a million times. You, like, lure me into your apartment, you get me high on drugs, you, like, try and sell me out to prostitution.
What?
Damn, Kyle. I had no idea you were into so many. You're really like a drug dealer. You're human trafficking. You're doing all that.
I'm not.
I thought you were just like an innocent dude who wanted coffee and likes to collect buttons. But
this is insane.
Damn, I was wrong.
Women that don't read the room can, like, get involved in some messed up stuff. I'm not interested.
But Virginia, I mean, come on. You've watched too many true crime documentaries. Like, on this case, I think, why would he contact us if he was ready to do all this illegal, shady stuff? He'd be a horrible criminal who would have gotten caught already.
I don't know, but I'm sure it'll make a really interesting documentary, and I'm not interested in being a part of it.
This is crazy. I don't know what else I could have done. I mean, I'm a diabetic.
Have you ever done hard drugs before, Kyle?
Not.
Look at that pause.
Yeah, now I'm pretty sure she's right.
You could drive a truck through that pause.
Oh my God.
Virginia, would you like to go on a second date with Kyle? We'll pay for it.
Absolutely not. No.
No.
I'm not getting a second date because she thinks I'm a drug dealer?
Yeah, a drug dealer who's going to get her high and prostitute her. Kyle?
I'm a diabetic who likes collecting campaign buttons. Is that risky?
I'm not buying it, dude. You better start covering your tracks more if you're going to try and pick up some chicks on the street and sell them out.
Yeah, sounds like a perfect front to me, Kyle.
What?
Dude,
I'm
we're
sorry,
all going to
man.
be sorry when we see his mugshot one day,
Yeah.
though.
Look, maybe everything you're saying is true. Maybe you are a diabetic and they were just cleaning products, but I'm just not willing to take that risk with my life. Like, this is it's my life.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right.
Good luck hiding under your blanket at home.
Okay. Well, Kyle, sorry, no second date, but it sounds like actually you might want to be thankful about that.
Wow.
All right, can I go now?
Yeah, go now. Be safe.
Yeah, run.
It's dangerous out there. We'll see you later, Virginia.
Bye.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't not expect it to go down like that, man. I'm sorry.
I guess I need to hide my syringes better.
Yeah, hide your syringes better. I remember you said earlier we could come check out your campaign button collection.
Yeah.
Now that we know a little more about you, I'm more interested in coming over to check out the other stuff you got lying around.
Oh,
Okay,
come on.
hit me up.
Jubal wants it.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on down. I'll give you the big drug tour.
yeah. You can tell he's totally a drug addict. I'll give you the big drug tour.